Thank you very much, Dr. Smith. We're prepared to take a few questions from the media.
Dr. Smith, obviously with brain surgery, do we know if Officer Bolt is awake?
I believe everyone who had surgery today are still sedated. No one is currently awake. It's still very early in this process for many of that information. Really, the next 24 hours for all involved in this who required an operation are going to be the critical time period for us to understand really how well they're going to recover from this acute part of their overall care. They've got long roads ahead of them, but if we can get through 24 hours, then we will take another 24 hours. And we will keep doing that until they get out of the hospital.
You mentioned non-life threatening for those other victims. For the average person, does that mean gunshot wounds? Can that be considered non-life threatening in this case?
Yes, you can have gunshot wounds that are non-life threatening. Correct.
And that is the case for these three?
We treated a total of 5 gunshot wounds today from this scene.
For the police chief, what is that moment like to hear an officer was shot in the head, and then ultimately to hear that for now he is stable, but to hear that it appears he may make it through this? What are your thoughts there?
That is one of the worst moments within any police chief's tenure being in this position. To hear that any of your officers have been injured in any kind of way, but critically injured. But it's also, too, it rubs me and it just rocks my world to have anybody being injured and losing their life. And so I am just truly, I have so much respect for the families because they were still present and were very appreciative of what was done and how LMPD responded today. And they were actually embracing me as I was embracing them. But let me say this, the evil that took place today, we shouldn't hear the tears that were coming out from these families. And that right there sticks because they are weeping because someone decided that they wanted to take life today. And so, but with that, I'm very grateful and hopeful, and I'm thankful to the doctor for stabilizing so many that could have possibly lost their life.
Chief, can you tell us about the gun? What exactly type of gun was used and where the shooter died? If you know that at this point?
I don't know where the shooter got the weapon from, but I just can say that it was a rifle used, as I mentioned earlier.
Can you talk more about what happened inside the gun building prior to the shooting this morning?
Repeat that again?
Can you talk more about what happened inside the bank building prior to the shooting?
Again, this is an ongoing investigation, and again, as like the governor has stated, we want to focus in on the families. We want to focus in right now what happened, and as this investigation continues to unfold, then we'll be able to reveal a little bit more.
For all of the information about stuff being on Instagram, is that stuff going to be taken down, and was he communicating on Instagram before this incident?
I will state this, that the suspect was live streaming, and unfortunately, that's tragic to know that that incident was out there and captured. And so we're hopeful that we can have that incident removed, that footage removed.
Has the home of this shooter in this case been searched? Have you guys discovered anything, manifesto, things of that nature?
Again, it's still ongoing within this investigation. It's still unfolding, and so I don't want to get into any additional particulars at this time.
Were the victims employees of the bank?
Quick question. Upon the gunman being identified and you realized who he was, had he had any encounters with the police department in his past?
From my understanding, right now, preliminarily wise, that may change, but my understanding, we have not had any prior engagement with this individual.
And is he a citizen of Louisville?
He worked at Old National Bank, and so I am assuming right now that he was a citizen of Louisville.
And has
Were all the
there been a
victims-
search warrant conducted on his home as of today?
I don't want to get into particulars on that investigation portion of it, but again, it's ongoing, so I respect your question.
Chief, was the
Chief, were all the
suspect shot and killed by
victims
police?
employees of the bank? Are you able to say if a number of victims were employees of the bank?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the officers.
And the
Any
audience, okay,
officers?
thank you.
Yes.
Chief, was the suspect shot and killed by police?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chief, were there guards inside the bank? Was there any security? How was this person able to walk in?
I'm not familiar with any other additional security with that inside the location, but again, let's focus back on this initial incident right here, that we were responded in a timely, quick fashion, and we stopped the threat so that no additional loss of life could be taken.
We will continue to provide updates as we have more information. This has been a very active day where we are, as the governor and chief said, we are using every resource available from local, state, and federal agencies to provide all of these answers to the entire community, to the loved ones who lost victims today. And so we are going to get back to work. We will continue to keep you all up to date as we have more information. Thank you all very much.
Will there be another update tonight?
Will there be
Do
another?
you all plan on updating us again tonight?
We will let you know when the next
Okay.
update's going to be shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.